Bella Swan stands at the edge of two worlds, even if she does not always realize how thin the line between them has become. Life in Forks has settled into an uneasy calm. The rain still falls, school still drags on, and the small town still pretends that nothing truly dangerous ever happens there. But beneath that quiet surface, Bella feels the constant pull of danger, love, and fear, all tangled together around one central truth: she loves Edward Cullen, and loving him means living with shadows. Edward is always near, watchful to the point of obsession. His golden eyes follow Bella wherever she goes, not out of control, but out of terror. He knows how fragile she is compared to the world he belongs to. He has already lost her once, nearly forever, and the memory of that loss haunts him. Bella senses his tension even when he says nothing. She feels it in the way he holds her a little too tightly, the way his voice sharpens whenever she is out of his sight, the way he reacts with quiet fury to any threat, no matter how small. The threat this time feels different. News begins to spread, quietly at first, about strange deaths in Seattle. People talk about gangs, about violence, about crime that has spiraled out of control. To humans, it sounds like the result of a city losing its grip. To vampires, it sounds like something far worse. Edward knows the signs. Someone is creating newborn vampires, reckless and uncontrolled, feeding without restraint. A newborn army is forming, and newborns are weapons. Bella hears fragments of conversations she is not meant to hear. She catches glimpses of Edward's worry, Jasper's stiff posture, Carlyle's calm voice strained by concern. The Cullen family knows that this kind of chaos never happens by accident. Someone is behind it. Someone with knowledge, planning, and a reason. At the same time, Bella's personal world is pulled tighter by another presence. Jacob Black is no longer just her best friend or her safe place. He is stronger. The days that follow feel heavy, stretched thin by waiting and fear. Training becomes the new routine. Bella watches the Cullens prepare for a kind of violence she can barely imagine. Jasper takes on the role of instructor, his experience as a former soldier shaping every move he teaches. He explains how newborn vampires fight, how their strength is wild and unfocused, how their thirst makes them reckless. Bella listens closely, even though she knows she will never be part of the fight. Knowledge is the only weapon she is allowed to carry. Edward stays close, closer than ever. He tries to soften his control, knowing how deeply he hurt Bella before, but fear still rules him. Every time she stumbles, every time her heartbeat changes, he tenses. Bella understands his fear, but it still hurts to feel like the center of a storm she cannot influence. She loves him, yet she cannot escape the feeling that loving him comes with a cost she is constantly paying. The alliance between the Cullens and the Wolves is fragile at best. Meetings are tense, filled with sharp glances and barely hidden hostility. Jacob stands at the front of his pack, taller and stronger than ever, his confidence matched only by his resentment. He does not trust the Cullens, and he makes that clear. Edward and Jacob exchange words that cut deeper than claws or teeth, both knowing exactly how to hurt the other. Despite everything, there are moments when cooperation begins to feel real. Strategy is discussed. Boundaries are set. The Wolves will fight the newborns head-on, using their speed and numbers. The Cullens will support them, targeting weaknesses and protecting one another. Victoria is the true target, but she is clever. She will not reveal herself until the chaos gives her an opening. Bella's role is decided without her consent. She will be hidden far from the battlefield, guarded by Edward and Jacob. The idea terrifies her. Not because she fears danger, but because she fears what it will do to them. Morning comes wrapped in silence and snow. The mountains feel suspended in time, as if even nature is holding its breath. Bella wakes between Edward and Jacob, the memory of the night pressing heavily on her chest. There is no room left for denial. Everything that has been said, everything that has been felt, sits raw and exposed. There is no taking it back. Below them, the battle begins. The newborns charge with brutal force, wild and untrained, their thirst driving them forward without thought. The wolves meet them head-on, massive and fast, tearing through the newborns with coordinated fury. The Cullens move with precision, each one playing a role carved from years of control and experience. Jasper's calm presence shapes the fight, directing movements and holding emotion steady where chaos would otherwise reign. Bella hears distant echoes of violence, sounds she cannot fully understand but feels in her bones. Edward listens intently, his face carved from stone as he tracks every shift in the battle. Jacob remains tense, ready to leap into action at the slightest sign of danger. The knowledge that others are bleeding and dying for her safety fills Bella with crushing guilt. Victoria stays hidden, just as expected. She watches, waiting for the moment when attention is divided and defenses are weakest. That moment comes when Edward senses a shift that does not belong to the battle below. His body stiffens, and Bella sees the flash of fear in his eyes just before he realizes the truth. Victoria is coming for her. She attacks with terrifying speed, her red hair flashing against the white snow like a wound. Edward reacts instantly, pushing Bella behind him, but Victoria is not alone. Riley, her newborn partner, follows, driven by lies and devotion. He believes Victoria loves him. He believes this war is for him. He is wrong. The fight is savage and close. Edward and Jacob work together without hesitation, instincts overriding hatred. Victoria taunts Edward, her voice. The return to Forks feels strangely hollow. The town looks the same, the rain still falls, and people move through their routines without knowing how close everything came to collapsing. For Bella, the normalcy feels unreal, like a fragile illusion that could shatter at any moment. She carries the weight of the battle with her, the memories of snow stained with ash and the knowledge that people she loves were nearly lost forever. Jacob's recovery is slow but steady. His body heals, but his heart bears deeper scars. Bella visits him often, drawn by guilt, loyalty, and genuine affection. Their conversations are quieter now, stripped of false hope and unspoken tension. Jacob no longer pretends that things can be different, and Bella no longer hides from the truth. There is pain in that honesty, but there is also peace. For the first time, they are not clinging to what might have been. Edward gives Bella space, not out of distance but out of respect. He understands that endings matter, even when they hurt. When Bella finally tells him that she has chosen him completely, without hesitation or confusion, the relief in his eyes is unmistakable. It is not triumph. It is gratitude. He never wanted to win against Jacob. He only wanted Bella to choose freely. That choice brings its own consequences. The Volturi's warning echoes in Edward's mind and soon becomes impossible to ignore. Bella knows too much. The rules of the vampire world are unforgiving, and exceptions are rare. Carlyle explains it gently, but the message is clear. Bella's humanity has an expiration date, whether she likes it or not. Edward returns to the condition he once set, the one Bella avoided for so long. He will change her, but only after marriage. To him, it is not control or tradition. It is a line he refuses to cross without permanence and commitment. Bella bristles at first, frustrated by the idea of waiting when danger has already proven how fragile her life is. But as she reflects on everything she